To show you some of the new features in Venue 8 software. One of the features we've added is VCA metering. So you can see over here I have a bunch of input channels. These input channels are assigned to these VCAs. And what we've done is we've allowed you to see some input happening at the meter on the VCA. This is just about confidence more than anything. Make sure that you actually are sending something there. So we're not routing audio through there, but what we are doing is we're taking the loudest member that's assigned to the VCA and showing you that. So right now I have a kick drum happening here. I'm going to bring up the snare drum and it's going to be louder, so it's going to take precedence over the metering. And then you can see it's also reflected here post fader of the VCA master. So that's something new. We've also added the ability to drop any mix into any one of the solo buses. So if we take a look here, by default in the past, the mains was always feeding the left-right solo bus. Here we can actually choose any of the aux groups or matrices for either solo bus A or solo bus B and drop that in. So that can be your primary focused bus there during soloing. In addition to that, we have the ability to do things like copy members, colors. So if you've got an output assigned, we can actually drop in and we can say color the copy of these members of the associated fader, and I would do that, and since this fader is currently orange, it would automatically color all of the assigned faders orange as well. In addition to that, we have all members pre and post. So if I take a look at, say, this aux master here, you can see that I get metering now in my members list of the aux send level for that aux master. Additionally, all of them are currently set to post. I can do a drop down here and set all members to pre, and now all members are pre-fader, and you can see the level for them in there as well. Additionally, we've added an auto mixer now. So let me call that up here. Go to that page. If we look here at the console, we have a bunch of input channels. These input channels are broken up into female cast and male cast into these two group faders. If I bring up this cast fader here, you can see we have an auto mixer for all of the members on the group. So it's just a simple button push, auto mix in, auto mix out. And then if we go to our options page, we have an attack and release time. So that's a global setting for all of the auto mixers that you might be using. With the new 256 engine that we're showing, we have up to 192 groups possible. So that's 192 auto mixers you could actually have with the newer, bigger engine. The way we achieve weighting differences between our auto mixing is if I go to an output here and say I have, say, 5 panelists talking at an event, and then I have a moderator at that event. These 5 panelists could be assigned to a group. I could then auto mix that one group, and that group could be feeding the group that's assigned to the panelist moderator. So therefore, these 5 would be weighted differently than the moderator. So that's how we achieve different weighting ratios between our group to group bus assignments. And then with that, you can be a lot more creative now how we use this. And so it doesn't only have to be for, say, panelists, vocals. It could also be on instruments. We could use it for acoustic guitars. We can use it for horns. We can use it for orchestral work. Lots of creative things we can use the new auto mix feature. One last thing here, I'm going to show you our events. Smart Duplicate. If I take a look at this right now, we have Tom 1. If I press Tom 1, it's going to turn a gate on and off by the press of this button over here. You can turn that on and off. With the new Smart Duplicate event, I can simply select this Tom group here, and by holding the shift button on the keyboard or the shift button on the control surface, I can actually hit duplicate, and you'll see that it creates another one. So this one is Tom 1 and 2. I'm sorry, Tom 1, Tom 1. And then this one is now Tom 2, Tom 2. And if I do that again, just hit Smart Duplicate, duplicate again. Now you can see I'm going through Tom 1, Tom 2, Tom 3, Tom 4. So it just takes the next iterative example and just applies that to the new event that we create. That's some of the new features in Venue 8.0.